It turns out that when the police arrested Tommy Robinson, one of them, no doubt carried away by the passion of the hunt, well, he pepper sprayed Tommy Robinson straight in the face. And this was after Robinson had been handcuffed. So not only could he not defend himself, couldn't even wipe the pepper spray out of his eyes. I'm Granniopteryx. It seems that the Metropolitan Police, they're great big, couldn't even wipe the pepper spray out of his eyes. I'm Granniopteryx. Tweet from them, and it appears that he's so extremely dangerous, his very name contains the sort of magical powers that will conjure up evil by its very mention. This is their tweet. We have been in frequent contact with the organisers of the march in recent days. They have been clear about their concerns that the man's attendance and that of those who were likely to accompany him would cause fear for other participants. I don't think so, and frankly, I don't believe the police here. The same view has been voiced by others. Others what? Who? When? Where? How? Well, let's get on with this. As a result, he was spoken to and warned on more than one occasion, I'd like to know when and where, that his continued presence in the area was likely to cause harassment, alarm and distress to others. So they didn't speak to him beforehand. What they're saying is he was there in the cafe having breakfast, and they told him he had to go. And he said that he was a journalist and he had every right to be there. He was directed to leave the area but refused to go. Refused to do so, meaning he said, I have a right to be here, which he had. We're aware that the man, again, you see, not his name, had suggested he was in the area as a journalist. He'd suggested. He hasn't told them outright. He'd merely suggested. So they needed 30 men to go round. I thought it was 20. Apparently it was 30. Well, whatever. It was a lot. Anyway, this was not a relevant factor in this arrest. Oh no. It's not a relevant factor to surround, pepper spray and arrest a journalist who was there on his own, doing nothing particular. Yeah? Right. Well, that's the Met. Great big strong men, of course. And I said they call him the man, and here the man. Well, to a lot of people, I'd say Tommy Robinson really is the man. So maybe that's a compliment. Anyway, there wasn't one mention of Tommy Robinson's name, which I hope by now you've noticed. If putting his name out on Twitter has to be anathematized, I suppose because it might invoke terrible consequences, well, you can imagine why they had to get so many officers to arrest him, and why so many of them had to surround him so that he couldn't be seen. Now, thank goodness. Oh, hang on. Can you use the word goodness in connection with such a supernaturally dangerous entity? Well, I don't know. Whatever. I'll give it a go and see if I crumble into dust by the end of this video. Thank goodness for selfie sticks that give a bird's eye view of the situation. So we got to see that one of those nice, protective and concerned police officers shot a jet of pepper spray right in Mr. Robinson's face, after he'd been disabled. Or rather, I think it was behind his back, wasn't it? This was something I didn't know when I made the last video. I'd read that he'd been pepper sprayed, which I found shocking enough, but I assumed that the deed had been done while they were arresting him, which was certainly unnecessary anyway, given the number of men surrounding their prey, or should I say wolves. And I'm interrupting myself here to remind you to click like, to subscribe and to share. And if you're on YouTube, remember to click the notification bell. All the links to my other channels are in the description, including links to donation sites. I'm always grateful for donations, of course, but just clicking like is the best thing you can do for this video and my channel generally. And I'm reminding you that the Christmas 2023 competition is now open. The link to the video telling you all about it is also in the description. So, I thought they'd sprayed him to make sure he wouldn't put up a fight. But no, not a bit of it. Apparently he didn't put up any sort of a fight at any time, and then they sprayed him after he'd been handcuffed, which I would say, again, as I said before, was assault, only far worse assault than I thought it had been to start with. Anyway, I thought that was assault, but what do I know? After all, I don't work for the MSM. You might consider that possibly they had to spray him because they were worried that his evil eye would strike them down like Cyclops. Oh, for those of you who don't keep up with such things, I'm referring to the Marvel superhero. For us older guys, perhaps I should be talking about the laser eyes of one of the Godzillas. There, is everyone happy now? OK, so that's the situation. Tommy Robinson might have got a faceful of corrosive spray after he'd been rendered helpless, and that spray may have made his eyes burn and stream. But you know what? It's us who should be doing the crying. Till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.